Hi, everybody. How are you?
Welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Hi, Mom here.
Kimmy here.
Mom in her fun, scary voice. So is that a zombie skull, Mom?
Yes, it is.
How'd you
Found
get
out
that?
with the supplies
Yeah,
at the
right.
school.
She wanted a souvenir. She cleaned it up
Yes, I
nice.
couldn't help myself.
Yeah. So, welcome back, guys. We're going to be watching episode 3 of season 2 of The Walking Dead. We were just looking at the title of last week's episode. It's called Bloodletting, which has multiple meanings, and we are assuming that this term is for Rick and his blood transfusion
That's right,
to his
yeah.
son
That's
St.
right.
Paul,
Same
yeah.
blood
to help
type.
save him.
That's
Thank
right.
goodness.
Definitely.
Because he was a rare blood type or something. He was A positive or negative or something.
Yeah, and he was the
Yeah,
same.
Positive, I
yeah.
think. So, thank goodness they matched, and fingers are crossed because
Yes.
he's not out of the woods yet, right?
Yeah,
Amazing.
and I think Herschel's doing a really good job. I mean, he's a vet, but he's really stepping up, and he wants to save Carl so much,
Oh,
you know.
definitely, yes.
And he knows that there's supplies probably at the high school
That's
because
right.
FEMA was there, or there was some kind of military there, so they knew, there
The
was
school, yeah.
medical supplies there
Mm-hmm.
at the school
Wow.
through the military. So
And they were able to find some supplies, and now they're stuck,
Yes.
right? Because
Yeah,
all the
with that
walkers
gate.
came out.
Yes, all the
oh man, and
my
they're just
God.
reaching. They're so
Oh,
close
boy,
to
it's
them.
scary.
So, do you think they're going to get out of there?
I hope so.
Yeah, they'll
Pretty
get
sure
out.
that- I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
they
know.
I hope they do.
I don't.
I hope both of them do, but I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Shane will, but I'm not sure about the other
That's what
guy.
I'm wondering. But
I don't know because he's just not as quick on his feet. But
Yeah.
you know what?
You don't know.
Anything can happen. Look what happened at the the department store. They got out of there. You
Oh,
know.
that's true. Yeah.
But they got supplies. They just have to get back
And-
safely.
Honestly, the one thing I think of too is when you have supplies, like that's so important, especially in this scenario where they're trying to save someone. And those things are heavy, and your packs are full, and you're trying to
Yeah,
escape,
yes.
Oh my gosh.
they make you bigger because now you have a big pack on, and if you have to squeeze through, like right now they're running away from walkers, and they're kind of quick on their feet too. Those walkers
Very
aren't just
quick,
walking;
yeah.
they're like
That's
sprinting
right.
at them. It's like, like
my gosh.
slowly walking's one thing. I mean, herds are very scary, but it's like when they can actually run, I was like, oh god, like that terrifies
Oh,
me.
God.
And then you're trying to squeeze through to escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a pack on and the weight and it's
Oh,
bigger
gee,
and
yeah.
there's a lot of things that really challenge
Yeah,
you
really
and
is.
kind
they're
of
Gosh.
up against a lot, and maybe
Survival.
they can deter them to go somewhere else, like make a noise or do something like they did before. That they should have brought
always
more
have
flares.
flares, right?
That's
Because
right,
they
yeah.
seem
They
to
should've
really
got
like
more.
flares.
Oh, definitely.
That would have been fun. That really would have been.
That's right.
So shall we get into this episode?
Yes, let's
Yes.
Having too much fun with my skull friend
do
here.
it.
Hello, Mom. Give us a kiss.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So if you guys want to check out the next reaction, you can check it out on our Patreon because that's usually a week or more ahead of our YouTube as a full reaction / uncut reaction, meaning that you can watch from start to finish a whole episode with us and, or movie because we have a huge library on our Patreon that you guys can check out.
Sure.
And any support there really helps us keep growing, keep creating more videos for you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
203. Shower.
Luxury. Be happy and healthy and glad you came home. Shaving.
Rick, you gotta keep your strength up.
Yeah. He's so
Maria, did you?
anemic.
I mean, right out of the teacher's lot, middle of school.
Oh my God, they're right there.
There, my
Pulls out a
God.
bunch, Pulls it into one of the big holding pans. Kingsley
Oh,
whacked
damn.
it. Had the auto shop vacuum.
Dead end.
Oh my God, they're so close.
It's 3 miles away, easy. He's back in time to finish his sandwich before the bell.
Okay, so he's gonna outrun him then. He's talking about it.
For me, gotta keep your strength up.
Good.
Like bread. Ooh.
I'm gonna walk the road. Look for the girl.
Jesus.
Oh,
side. About a 20-foot drop, nothing to catch him, maybe some bushes, then the athletic fields.
Ow.
Oh, no, no.
Oh my God, they're
Oh,
automatically getting to
Oh,
him.
God, no, I'm ready. Quickly, quickly.
Honey, turn around.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Oh, my God.
Oh my God! That'll make your decision.
Oh, gross. Doesn't bite. No, no, no.
Come on, just do it.
No, no.
Oh, good. What a tranquil spot, huh? Too bad it has to be. Oh, that's right.
So did we ring the bell? I mean, well, nice to see you again. We met before, briefly.
Look, we came to help.
Didn't even get up.
Oh, he didn't eat the whole sandwich, only half.
Hell, I was younger than her and I got lost. 9 days in the woods eating berries, wiping my ass with poison oak.
Oh, my God. That must have...
You always fear that, though, if you go pee in the woods.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost.
That's right.
Why do we want Carl to live in this world? To have this life? So that he can see more people torn apart in front of him. If he dies tonight, it ends for him. Tell me why it would be better another way.
You really think it'd be better if Carl...
How's he gonna get out of this?
Oh,
He's on you.
boy, no.
Oh,
Oh,
crap.
natural.
He's exhausted. They're right behind you. I know it's the fence, but... Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
yes, there he is. Good for him. Oh, good. They're together. That's good.
That's awesome that you
Good.
made it, too.
I'm so glad he was okay, too.
Okay. It's okay.
Where are we?
It's so precious, baby.
Hard time.
It's a seizure. If you hold him down, you could hurt him.
You can't stop it.
He has to just go
Just
through
let
it.
it go.
His brain isn't getting enough blood. His pressure's bobbing and he needs another touch. Okay, I'm ready. If I take any more out of you.
Oh,
Oh, my
crap!
gosh. Oh, God. Darn. Oh.
What's that? What is that? Phew. Have a code word. Like, I'm not
I
a
know.
walker.
Caw-caw.
Got bit, fever hit, world gone to shit, might as well quit.
Oh, my
Going up
God.
to shoot himself in the head. The other geeks came and ate all the flesh off his legs.
Oh, oh.
Okay, that did it.
Don't catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it go.
All that payback.
Aren't you gonna?
Yeah.
No, he ain't
It's a
hurt
waste
nobody.
waste a bullet.
Waste an
Yeah,
arrow
yeah,
either.
that's true.
His
I don't
choice.
wanna waste it.
Opted out.
I don't know if I want to live. If it's just a habit.
Not much of an answer.
If you see anything, call out. I'm not going far. I'll hear you.
Oh, God. Famous last words.
Is that your friend with the antibiotics? Say Merle Dixon's clap was the best thing that ever happened to you.
I'm really trying not to think about that.
Goodness.
Thanks, Merle, for your clap.
Why do you sneak up on people so much?
You're easy to sneak up on. Praying for what?
My friends? Looks like they could all use a little help right now.
Everything that's happened, there must have been a lot of praying going on, and seems quite a few went unanswered.
Thanks.
I know it's not my business, and feel free to believe in God. But the thing is, you gotta make it okay somehow.
And this deer just crossed right in front of us. I swear. It just planted itself there. That's what he was talking about when he woke up. Not about getting shot or what happened at the church. He talked about the deer.
boy, you're gonna get good.
Oh,
You got, man. 4. You.
It's like crazy quiet, crazy quiet.
You have to make a choice.
A choice?
you
Choice.
do.
Come on.
You have to tell me.
We do it.
Good.
Good.
Get the IV bag on the sheet.
Him. He's such
Okay.
a sweet man. Just go.
On 3,
Yes. Yes.
you stay here with him.
Oh, he made it. Where's Otis?
Oh boy. Yeah. Where's that?
Otis, we say nothing to Patricia. Not till after. I need her.
Oh boy.
But he's gonna know that the supplies are there.
He said he'd cover me and that I should keep going. So that's what I did. I kept
And
going.
they just ate him. And he was so sweet to just really want to help Carl. He felt so bad shooting him.
Oh.
Well, at least they're back. They didn't find Sophia, but oh, she's so sad now.
I can still ask, and this is not to make you guilty or put me ahead of you, but I can still ask. Do you forgive me?
I'm trying.
It's better than no.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can start.
Right. Yeah.
Who else? Who'd you lose?
Stepmother. Stepbrother.
He seems to have stabilized.
Wow.
Yay.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah.
How do I tell Patricia about Otis?
You should tell her.
Oh, poor.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a real. It looks kind of like he made the wrong choice. I don't know.
Stay.
Yeah.
I brought you some clothes.
Thank you.
They won't fit well. They were Otis's.
Oh. But I mean, the odds were against them big time.
Oh, sure. That's definitely.
I mean, they had him everywhere. He didn't get bit, did he? That's not a bite mark. Did he get scratched? So now we're gonna see what happened. Maybe he got bit. He's looking for a cleaner.
Oh, he must have gotten bit.
Antiseptic.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean, I'm sorry? You're gonna kill him? No! Oh, lame him? Come on!
Oh, crap. Why did that?
What if... Oh, so he pulled his hair.
That's horrible.
Oh,
Poor
that's
guy.
bad. That's really bad,
Oh,
Shane.
my God, that poor guy.
You don't even deserve to be in their
Wonder why
house.
he's still.
Oh, I got your number.
Oh, boy.
At least he wasn't bit by one, so they're not have to deal with him later.
That's horrible.
Poor Otis. That's really... That's
I didn't
bad.
think that
That's
was
really
good.
bad.
Oh my God, that was a shock.
The worst way to go.
Oh, I was wondering how
yeah.
I was wondering what happened to
Wonder
him.
why he just didn't, like,
They were
shoot him in
together.
a spot where he'd kill him. Because they'd go after him, right, anyway.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they just go after him anyway?
Yeah.
You're asking why he shot him?
No, why didn't he kill him? Like, shoot him to kill him? So he would be out of his misery.
Yeah,
So he would be eaten
that'd be
alive.
it.
Or would
Yeah,
they not
yeah.
even...
You know,
Would
that's
they
a good
go over
question.
him?
And I kind of think maybe because maiming him, he'll still shout and stuff and attract more. Maybe that's
Yeah,
why. That
so
is a
then
good
he can
question.
do-
Yeah, I was
then he
wondering
can
about that. That's horrible.
get to his
for him.
escape route quicker.
That poor Otis.
With all of them on him.
Yeah.
That is horrible,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
And that's why he asked him, how many do you have left? Well, actually, Otis said, I have 4 left. And he said, I have 5.
Yeah. Because I guess like maybe weighing options to be like, can we really get out of here if we have enough ammunition? And at that point, they were running down so low that even in that moment, right before he made that final decision, he was even telling Otis, "I'll stay, you go, you go."
Yep.
And then he got mad when Otis wouldn't leave. So at that moment, I took it as he was kind of willing to sacrifice himself there, but he knew Otis was going to be stubborn and wanted them both to get out of there,
that's true,
and knew that wasn't going to happen, that one of them had to go. So
yeah, it was looking really desolate, and it was looking like Otis was going to bog him down just because, he just can't keep up with him. Even with Shane having a hurt leg from jumping out the window or being, he couldn't really... he was trying to be really good about jumping down so he wouldn't hurt himself, but then that walker came and screwed things up. But either way, he was going to be faster than Otis, and it was looking really bad. I mean, I'm surprised they got that far.
Yeah,
I mean,
either way, even though Otis even said that he was slower than Shane, like they were still at the same pace at the end, and Otis I think was helping out Shane more than vice versa. So I think it just came down to Otis being so good and really wanting to save them both, and wouldn't want to leave Shane, and Shane knew the only possibility of survival was one of them getting out, and Shane was the only one willing to leave or separate. So
it's a dog-eat-dog world, and yes, he saved Carl. Yes, Otis accidentally shot him.
Felt very bad about
so is it justified? No, but in that particular situation, I mean, what are you going to do? It's either both of them are going to die, or, I mean, that's a terrible situation to be in, but the chips are down. To die like that, alive.
You can just shoot him.
And just to see someone, that you were working with so hard to get these medical supplies for a little boy. He felt so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole scenario is just a sad scenario, but Shane's got to live with it now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's really good with that look too, right?
When he got in the house, he was like that the starry eye, kind of like,
what the
like, I don't want to, like, I don't know. I would feel like I would be more go to the wife and tell her the story that, after they told her, they died, and tell her the story, but he looked like he was trying to avoid that whole thing. So this is the reason why.
That's right. Yeah. I was wondering about that. I didn't know. I thought something wasn't right there, really.
And then I said, well, maybe he's just like such in shock, like he even made it out alive, that what he saw at the school was like devastating. But
jeez, didn't know that.
Man, and now he has to wear Otis's clothes.
I know, guilt.
I love
We're
it
the weight
now.
of this now.
Go ahead, you wear it now.
Yeah, so when I first saw this, I didn't want to hint to you, but I was always curious about the beginning part, and I'm like, okay, he shaved his head, so he must have survived that whole encounter because his hair is longer.
Yes, I didn't even think about it.
I was gonna hint, but I'm like, I don't know if I should do that, so it'll play itself out later. So then I was questioning, well, where's Otis? Where is he in this? I mean, we only saw him in the bathroom, looking at himself, and I'm like, he has kind of detached, crazy look in his eye, like almost like when you're going mad and you're just like adrenaline and angry, and I was like I don't
determined,
know.
kind of like an attitude.
And I thought he got bit by one of the walkers.
I thought he did too. Before we saw what really happened with Otis, I thought, okay, he's trying to cover up, getting bit in the head or scratched, and he's looking at his, in his back.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be a connection with a walker getting him, but.
Yeah, I guess he pulled a chunk of his hair
just a human trying to save his own
life. So that could have, I mean, it was bad anyways, but it could have gone worse where they both could have died there because Otis fought back.
And then Carl would have died.
He'd died too.
Yeah, so in that scenario, like all three of them would have died anyways. So, I mean, Otis was fighting and not wasting more time, but them fighting like that the walkers were getting closer. So if they didn't do that, they could have probably escaped. I mean, I know it was really close and they were limping, but they had a whole fight there for a while before, and then the walkers caught up. So yes, them getting distracted and eating poor Otis, and that's such a horrible way to go, getting torn apart like that alive, you know. And it gave Shane enough time to get out of there. But still, they fought for a while before he was even able to get away. And then he's even more injured at that point. So he's probably limping slower to get out of there. So was it even worth doing?
Yeah. That last minute plan was, you know, he was very lucky to get out of there alive.
Otis dying saved Carl's life, really.
Maybe. I mean, if Shane, again, they were fighting for a while.
Yeah, they were, but I mean,
so the walkers were getting closer and closer because it seemed like a couple minutes at least. I mean, maybe it was quicker than that.
Yeah.
So in a way it did, but it wasn't a right way.
No, it wasn't.
Definitely. It was terrible.
I don't agree with it.
You know, and then to rip off the supplies off of his back and just say, sayonara.
Yeah, just try to yank him off and you can't get him off properly. It's just, it's awful. And he's just alive, like, waiting for the inevitable, which is just, again, nasty, bad way to go. So what do you think going to the other group now? What do you think of Daryl going back out to look for
I
Sophia?
think he just couldn't take Carol's cries, you know, and he just felt so bad for her, and he's like, I'm just going to go out and look, you know.
And Andrea went with him. That was good, too, you know.
Yeah.
And now she's got her gun back. Dale gave her a gun back, so...
He's realizing that he shouldn't have made that decision for her.
Right.
And he was doing it out of the goodness of his heart, but it was her decision.
That's right.
Ultimately, and she wanted that decision. But now, she's got her gun back, and it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
And he said, don't let me regret this. Give back to her the gun.
And she couldn't answer him either,
no,
you
she
know?
didn't know.
Right.
Because she can't. She doesn't know what she wants yet.
Yeah.
She seems fearful, and I mean, seeing a walker just hanging there.
Oh, I know. And it's true. I mean, Daryl's right. It's every arrow, it could save your life. And to do that, to just, you know, it's a waste of an arrow. But she is like more symbolic, where she's thinking of her sister. Like, you don't want to have that somebody's brother up there or something. And
just suffering.
You don't want him to suffer. Even though he is a walker, and he is, if that rope was down, he'd be on you. But, well, not really, because his legs were pretty short.
Can you imagine? I know it was probably after, but I mean, if you really think about it, though, okay, yeah, zombies or walkers in this case, like they eat flesh of the living. So now that I'm thinking about it, I was going to say he probably hung himself, died, and then walkers happened to come across him and started eating on him. But I'm like, but if he died, unless he didn't turn yet, I'm wondering if he hung himself and it was bad timing where there was already walkers there where he didn't fully die yet. Because sometimes it takes a while, like your neck doesn't snap and you probably choke out for a while. That maybe walkers were eating him alive too at the same time, because they don't go for them like normal walkers, they go for the living, right? So unless he just didn't turn for a while, and after he hung himself, died, still smelled like living flesh, and the walkers that passed by ate him. How nasty is that? Like, not only do you have a nasty walker.
Oh my God.
That was big. I'm calling it quits or whatever. I mean, it really makes you think what people will do, you know?
Yeah, you know, and yes, he should have just, you know, tried to shoot himself, but maybe he didn't have a gun.
I know. It's easier said, honestly. I mean, I don't even know how you can do it. I don't know. But when you're in that situation, different world, and you've seen a lot already, you know what can happen. And
yeah, and just as long as yourself is gone, I guess it doesn't matter how you die. You know, you don't think of the repercussions of, you know, you becoming a walker yourself, but you yourself just wants to end this. You know, I know I'm going to turn. I'm also just try to, you know, beat it. Man,
I don't know.
And I loved how between Lori and Rick, how they were talking about, you know, she's saying Carl should just go. Why? There's nothing for him to live for. You know, let's just let him go. He's going to be out of, you know, what's he going to live for? Wait until he dies, you know, through a walker. But that was a perfect answer for her. Was he saw a deer. When he woke up, he said, it was a beautiful deer. And that's it. There, you have to find the beauty in this terrible life you're living.
Life,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's important to think that way. And here, Carl just went through something so traumatic. He was shot and he's dying.
Oh, yeah.
And the first thing he says, even in pain, is that beautiful moment.
Yes.
That's
So
right,
he
yeah.
appreciates life and appreciates these moments.
That's right.
And he deserves to live more than anyone. I mean, like, everyone here wants to survive for the most part.
That's right.
Everyone has their reasons, like Andrea, who wants to, you know, she wanted to die, but now she's starting to see it in a different way,
Yeah.
kind of. You know, like, he is so pure on what he was thinking that he
Yeah.
really
He
did
wants
appreciate
life.
seeing
Yes.
the deer.
Mm-hmm.
And life, you know, so.
And he was
Thank
so
goodness.
happy to see his mom.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
that was sweet to
That's
see
good.
that.
I'm hurt, but
Now, what did you think, Mom, when Lori said that maybe we should just let her son die?
Well, I could see her point, but still, no, I think life, you try to, you know, have life and let the Lord take him, you know, whatever it is.
Even you, what you rather have him just live,
Yes.
like,
And,
and
you know,
Live
go
your
at a
best
different
life.
time.
Yeah.
Because having the Lord take him, it could be that time. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
Right.
so however,
So-
let it leave it up to the Lord.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly was, I did see Lori's point of view to a certain extent, but I was more like Rick because I don't like how she was just giving up on him so
That's right,
quickly.
you
Like,
can't-
maybe
can't give
children
up.
shouldn't live in this world and should just die. So it could happen at any moment. You could die a horrific death, but you don't know that for sure. And here he's not like in a dungeon getting tortured where there's no hope of escape at all.
right,
You know,
yeah.
like, I would be like, I don't think anyone deserves to just die. And he's such an innocent child that all hope is lost if you're just going to be
That's
like,
right,
well, you know, we're all doomed anyway, so just let the hope die, you know, just
Yeah,
let
that's
the
right.
children die. I mean,
Think positive.
I know she loves her son, but I was more with Rick there, where I'm like, no, and especially with his response with the deer, yes, like, he is such a positive, good kid that,
he
of course,
is.
he
Yeah,
wants to
that
live.
definitely.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
very fortunate. He has his two parents alive with him in this
That's right,
terrible world they're living right now.
Yeah,
I mean, not many other kids can say that. Not even Sophia. I mean, we don't even know if we're going to see her, but she doesn't have her dad anymore, but she
That's right,
she
yeah.
has her mom.
Yeah, Carol.
But not many kids and not many parents have their kids. I mean,
yeah,
That's right,
you know,
that's
look at
right.
Maggie and Glenn when they were talking. I mean, she lost her stepmom or stepbrother.
yeah.
I mean, people lost a lot of family.
That's
a
right.
lot.
Daryl, his
Definitely,
brother.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know.
the
Merle's
mystery
around there.
brother, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
Yes, Merle.
it's very different. It's easier being comfortable and safe and thinking about what would I do in this world. But when you've seen so much death and you've lost so much family, it's just, and friends,
Yeah,
people that are
so,
close to
yeah.
you, it changes you completely.
That's right.
It does.
And you
Yeah,
have a different
definitely.
outlook on things. So it's just
yeah.
an interesting
Right.
way to think about. Hopefully this never happens, for one thing. I mean, we've had COVID, but this is, Walking Dead. You have the dead who come back to eat you, and yeah, this is not good. Terrible, absolutely terrible. But hopefully this never happens, and yeah.
Oh,
But it's a
yeah.
good show, I
Oh, my
think.
God.
It is a good show, and I
Yes.
think let's clap for Herschel. I mean, he just went for it as soon as they said, "Yeah, let's just do it." What a nice guy!
He is
I mean, they
very- oh
opened
my
their
gosh,
home
he
up
is,
to
yeah.
them, and
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
take care of them like this.
And Maggie was so nice too. Like, he
She
brought
was
them up
very
nice.
sweet,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
You know,
So that's
and
good.
to welcome their guest. I mean, in this terrible world.
I felt
And
so
I
sorry for Otis's wife too.
Oh, I know.
And I'm getting the news like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All these big things going on. And here he's trying to save a little boy, and he
Yeah.
needs her, so he can't tell her before that.
That's
And
I know.
and actually
it.
breaking the news. It's just so sad because you just never know.
Yeah.
You don't. And Rick better bring his strength up, man.
Yeah.
He's given a lot of blood.
Yeah,
my
I'm
God,
I'm
he's
hoping that like he can rest up now, and maybe someone else has his blood type if they know.
I was
I
kind
was
of hoping
wondering-
they would ask Glenn if.
Yeah, I was
at least
wondering.
Glenn.
That's why I said that earlier about
Mhm.
maybe the other ones would give some blood if they had the blood type.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully behind
Yeah,
the scenes,
nice
you know,
talk to-
Herschel was asking around where we didn't see and being like,
Yeah.
anyone else
Yeah.
have this blood
Yeah,
type?
type,
And
he
maybe
must
they
have.
were unfortunate, but luckily Rick had it and survived. But he was willing to die for his son. He was like, just we're wasting time, just take my blood, you know.
You
because
still
you
have
have
to
a
be
heart attack.
careful though. They take
It takes a while. When
blood.
you have anemia, it takes a long time to build that back up. I
Yes,
mean, you can start to
definitely.
feel better after, if you have severe anemia or close to severe, like it can last like 3 weeks or so. And with mine, like they say it takes up to 3 months of you doing things right afterwards, like resting a lot and drinking a ton of water. You have to have iron supplements and all that.
Right.
It takes about 3 months to replenish to a normal level again. I was surprised to hear that. And when I was severely anemic, like I was I needed a blood transfusion. It was a whole big thing, but then they didn't do it that time, and other doctors were mad I didn't have one. Then I eventually had one, but anywho, I was like, oh, I'll be better in a few days. It'll be fine, because I never felt like that before. And it took about a month before I started feeling almost normal again. Like, you have no oxygen going to your brain. You do, but it's like not nearly enough. And you just get so lightheaded and you're so breathless. And it's just such a bad feeling. So then you have like Rick here, who's just like willing to just give it all up just to save his son. And
even
so
when you just give blood, you know, you have to wait a couple months and that's only for 1 pint. I mean, I can't even imagine how much did he give to his son. Mm-hmm. It's just incredible what he went through for him.
Yeah.
Take it from Kim. You should know you give a lot of blood when you can.
Yeah, Kim is awesome. She donates all the time. That's a good thing.
How much did you donate? You just
6 gallons so far.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot when you think about it. That's crazy. But Kim, we love you for it.
Yes,
and we're happy that Dawn is better too.
Yes,
oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. That was pretty crazy, yeah. But it's just amazing what our bodies can do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And hopefully Carl can be on the med. Hopefully they'll let them stay. I'm sure they'll let them stay longer. And I don't know how long Shane's going to keep up this front, but
wow.
Man, I can't even believe how he did that.
Oh, that was.
I know, that shocked me too. I was like,
me
what? Too. Yeah. I love him as a Punisher too, and it's just like very different. You know? So I think we'll end it there, guys. If you want to check out the next episode, you can check it out on Patreon as a full reaction. The fair use version will be available next week on our YouTube. And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.